Good afternoon. I am Sandra Chapman, the Chief Compliance Officer in Borough President Eric Adams' office. You may know that last year, Borough President Adams announced financial education as one of his administration's top priorities. I'm pleased to see all of you here today, as the work we have to do is so important to the growth of Brooklyn. For his vision, please welcome Borough President Eric L. Adams.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandra. And Sandra and her team, they have really taken this issue to heart. They've been really organizing throughout the entire year. And we really want to thank all of our partners that are here and joining this, just important initiative of dealing with financial literacy. In fact, financial literacy really impacts on the quality of life of all Brooklynites, and we want to lead the way so that families can learn how to balance their checkbooks as well as balance their lives, and it's just so important. April is National Financial Literacy Month. We use it as an opportunity to kick off this venture and join with our partners in really educating Brooklynites on how to really handle their money, not only during the month of April, but throughout the entire year. We're looking at some of the stats. It is alarming to see only $2 million are spent in financial education for every $54 million that's spent on consumer marketing. We will be promoting free initiatives, seminars, and other service providers around Brooklyn scheduled during the month of April, starting today. And I'm also asking all of our partners here to let us know what you are doing so we can continue to utilize our website, our e-blast, any way we can to get the information out. Additionally, what's great about this year, the State Controller, Thomas DiNapoli, who has been great, his team are going to be at many of the sites to check out unclaimed funds. One person learned that they had $19,000 in unclaimed funds in the state, so we are encouraging those who come out to the seminars to find out if they have any unclaimed funds as well. Financial empowerment here in Brooklyn will be year-round. It's important that we continuously educate our young people how to serve early. We're teaming with some of our partners that are going to go into the schools and speak to young people so they can go home and educate their family members. This year, we're focusing on consumer debt. It is unbelievable how many consumers in Brooklyn are dealing with consumer debt. And not only are they dealing with high credit card balances, but they're also dealing with the delinquency. Their credit card debt is 90 days or more. It turns into delinquency, and it just has a major impact on the quality of life. When you have a delinquent credit card debt or any type of debt, it goes on your credit report after 90 days. It impacts your ability to purchase a home, to purchase a vehicle, and now many employees are attaching consumer debt delinquency into your ability to be employed. So it's a terrible situation to be in. About 17% of the borough's consumers are carrying debt that is past 90 days. And think about that for a moment. In the borough of Brooklyn, we are the largest borough in the city of New York with 2.6 million people. 17% of those individuals are carrying delinquency in their consumer debt, particularly in credit cards. Delinquency of this magnitude leads to problems dealing with collection agencies and other issues. That is really at the heart of our focus this year, and I am announcing a mission to reduce our credit card delinquency rate by 4% in 4 years, and that will be a major impact on all of our lives and the quality of life. The 4-in-4 plan will bring Brooklyn back to the national average of this critical measure, and it will start the process of strengthening and empowering Brooklynites in all aspects of their financial future. Our office will hold a hearing on this subject. We're going to bring in lending institutions, credit card institutions, as well as consumers to talk about how do we address this issue about consumer debt. So this is an exciting initiative. This is a bread and butter initiative that will impact everyday Brooklynites. And when you look at the numbers, this is not something that's unique just to the geographical boundaries of the borough of Brooklyn. The borough in the Bronx, I'm going to reach out to my colleagues in the Borough President's office in the Bronx, as well as Queens and Staten Island and Manhattan, to talk about how do we come together and start the process of allowing consumers to become more educated. We borrow from the Sims model. Educated consumer is our best customer. An educated consumer can make the right decision. An educated consumer can have a stable lifestyle, won't be afraid of going to the ATM to see that he has overdraft a check, or won't be afraid to save for college for their children, or won't be afraid to save to go from renting to purchasing a home. And that is why we want to focus on creating educated consumers in the borough of Brooklyn, and Brooklyn will lead the way. And again, I want to thank our team. Sandra has been amazing. Her and her team has really did an awesome job. And we can't thank our partners enough. They have been extremely excited about moving this conversation forward, and all of the institutions have come together, and we have created this great synergy of moving an important initiative forward. Consumer debt and not having control of your finances has a major impact in the quality of life of Brooklynites and New Yorkers and Americans. And so our goal is to create an environment where we can raise healthy children and families, and to start with having a sound financial understanding of how you're moving forward. Thank you, Sandra. Sandra?
Thank you. Thank you, Borough President. I must give kudos to Candace and Michael. They work with me. We work as a team. And day in and day out, we talk financial education in the office. We spend hours doing it. Our partners that are here today, we're going to hear from some of you. Time permitted, we're not able to talk to all of you. We do have a great team of partners, of committee members who come to our meetings, who sit on the conference calls with us just to get those workshops and seminars done for our residents for this coming month of April, May, and June. April will be youth, adults, small business, and women. Those are our targets for April. Seniors will be targeted for workshops in May, and Borough President just asked me to do something for men, and we will do that in June around Father's Day. So it's fitting to get all of our residents on board with this. So I am going to call up a couple of people to the podium to speak. Rick Miranda from the Kings County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce.
Good afternoon. The Brooklyn Kings County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is pleased once again to team up with the Borough President on this great initiative that is financial literacy. The Chamber, along with its partner, St. Joseph's College, will be launching its 5th annual Youth Financial Literacy Program, which is a 4-part series. And we invite any high schools here to join in with the already 5 or 6 high schools that participate with us every year. We will also be, in April, be kicking off an adult and small business financial literacy program. Last year we had it at La Marqueta de Williamsburg. This year we will try to do that again, Mr. Borough President. And anyone, that will be open to the public for anyone that wants to join us. Again, Mr. Borough President, we're committed to One Brooklyn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Rick.
Thank you, Rick. And as Rick just said, he just gave us the information for his workshops. We ask you to please call into our office and give us your workshops. We know your partners out there doing good work, and we want to be able to promote that so that our residents get the information. So please don't be afraid to call our office and let us know of your workshops and seminars throughout the year. Next on is one of our committee members, and we have several committee members here today. I'm not going to call them by name, but just by the name of their organizations or their agencies. SUNY Empire State College, Operation Hope, MCU, Edward Jones, Neighborhood Housing Services of East Flatbush, New York City Small Business Service, Bridge Street Development Corp., YWCA, Investors Bank, Renaissance Economic Development Corporation, Brooklyn Business Library, Transamerica, AARP, New York City Department for the Aging, and the Business Outreach Network Center. Next, we'll call to the podium Patrick Gilbride from Edward Jones and Pedro Barry from Operation Hope.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name, as you know, is Patrick Gilbride. I established an Edward Jones branch office here in Brooklyn about 5 years ago. And in that time, I've sat down with literally hundreds of people, and I've gone through their finances and their budgets. And I can tell you that financial literacy is truly an important effort that needs to be made, and I was delighted to hear that Borough President Adams would be forming a council to handle that. Once I heard that that was possible, I let them know that I'd be interested in participating and contributing in any way that I could. Myself and Pedro Barry with Operation Hope are going to conduct a April 1st workshop here at Borough Hall to kick off Financial Literacy Month, and we will be focusing on exactly that. And I'd like now for Pedro, if he's willing, and I think he is, to tell you a little bit about exactly what we hope to do. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you again, Mr. Borough President. And basically what we're going to talk about on April 1st is how we could prevent credit card fraud, how we can put together a tangible budget that you can manage, and finally, how you can thrive and save and possibly invest the overage. So I invite everybody far and wide to participate in our workshop April 1st here at the Brooklyn Borough Hall. It's going to be at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and everybody is cordially invited. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pedro and Patrick. We have here one of our other partners, our committee members, the local LDC of East New York. Just wanted to make sure we say, we give props to all our committee members. Here from the New York State Controller's Office, you heard the Borough President just announced that we are partnering with the New York State Controller's Office. They will be at most of our seminars throughout the month of April and May, and please don't leave without picking up the schedule for April and May. The New York State Controller's Office will be here with their computers, and they'll be able to check for our residents to see if there are any unclaimed funds. So Deborah Dillon, thank you for coming from the New York State Controller's Office. Our next speaker will be one of our committee members, Candida Sparks and Fredel Barber from Transamerica.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Don't notice this flyer here because it's only for women, okay? Well, I'm really honored to be here, and I would like to thank our Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams, and of course Sandra Chapman, the program director, and her fine staff. And I'd like to say that this initiative is so powerful because money, first and foremost, is a family matter. But it doesn't come with instructions. And that's why everyone needs a financial education from a financial professional. See, financial mistakes can cost us dearly, and we pay for our ignorance, which is why we need educated consumers, and we need to create them. So on the flip side, instead of making mistakes, we can make profits when we make better choices, and we take the appropriate actions, financially speaking, of course. We have something planned for every age and every stage in this fun-filled week of financial freedom and free education sponsored by Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams. So we'd love to see you there, and it's my pleasure and privilege to be a community partner But I would really like to introduce to you someone who is a great friend, a business partner, a mentor, and who is bringing financial freedoms to the multitudes. In fact, she's here to tell you more about the Women in Wealth event. Please welcome Fradel Barber, CEO, Transamerica.
Thank you, Candy, and really excited to be a part of this. We've held the Women in Wealth actually here at Borough Hall for the last 2 years, and excited to do it again this year with Borough President Eric Adams. And you know, women have singular challenges when it comes to money and how to better prepare themselves financially. Statistically, you know, we are the forefront runners of the economy, yet, and in many areas, you know, purchases, holding of assets, and many more, and decision-making in the household, but statistically, only 2 out of 10 women feel financially prepared. And that leaves a big demographic that has, up until now, been left behind. And we want to change that. We want to close that gender gap of financial education specifically for women. And that's what we want to do at the Women in Wealth. You know, this is going to be a special evening for women to be able to be inspired, network with like-minded individuals such as themselves, and also empower themselves with financial education that they can take home and really apply. And one of the other things that we really want to focus on that the industry has left behind is not just educating women, but also not limiting it to women that have a specific number of assets and income amount, because we want this to be about all women that desire to make a financial change for themselves. So we're looking forward to Women in Wealth on April 23rd at 6:30 p.m. You can go to the website, womeninwealthny.com, and we look forward to seeing you there. Thank you.
Thank you, Candy and Freda, for that. I want to again thank all of our staff members and our committee members and our partners. It's so important for us to get this information out into the community. And so we have several people from our community here this afternoon, and I want to thank you for coming out today, because we can put on all the programs that we want to put on, but if we don't get the message out to the community, it's all for nothing. So those of you who are not here, you'd like to get on board and get the information, we have the flyers that we can email to you. Please, the youth we have, especially for our young children, we don't want them going off to college already with a credit card debt. They're already, you know, eager as they're getting out of high school to want to work and spread their wings, but we need to make sure that they have the right information so that we keep that consumer debt down. I think the last thing we have to do, Borough President, is to proclaim.
Okay, sounds like a plan. We want to speak to the last paragraph. Whereas on behalf of all Brooklynites, I salute the local businesses, financial institutions, state and local agencies, private sector foundations, and nonprofits that have partnered with us to promote the importance of financial education in our community. I implore all Brooklynites to take part in Financial Education Empowerment Month, particularly Financial Literacy Empowerment Day, building one Brooklyn through financial education on April 29th, and I thank everyone for all they have done to touch and improve the lives of many, helping to move our communities forward as one Brooklyn. Therefore, I, Eric Adams, proclaim April 1st as Financial Education Empowerment Month in the Borough of Brooklyn, signed the Borough President Eric Adams. Thank you. Thank you all for coming out. Anybody want to take this and take it?
Okay, here we go.
There you go.